Another beautiful day in Abiotic Factor. Last time I survived 20 days in this here place. Got into the inner containment zone and came across...
Who's that Pokemon? It's
motherfucking
shotgun, and it's an anomaly. I also found this thing, probably the thing that was made blue by another thing many things ago. More things around here include a thing made of bronze or steel made millions of years ago, some sort of TV static guck, also some sort of dark room that gives off bad vibes. Ahead was another bloodbath, of the innocent type this time. Not gonna cross that there line though. There's even more anomalies around here as expected. To cut it short, there was a snowman behind some glass, a hole in the ground that's making some strange noises, and some sort of xenoflower. I then came across the one and only Dr. Khan, the one Bruce told me to meet way back in the tutorial section of the game.
Getting eaten or shot or minced, but I accidentally locked myself in. 2 PhDs, but you'd never know it. I'd very much prefer not to rot here, so if you could help me out, I'd be extremely grateful. And I can help. You see, I'm confident that I can get us through the vacuum chamber to the surface elevator. In fact, I'm sure of it. If you could just get this door open. Resetting the system in the control center should open these cells and reprogram the guns out there. And if I'm right, it should give us access to the rest of the containment block too. You just have to get there, to the control center, in one piece.
How conspicuous, how interesting that someone with 2 PhDs would lock himself in a containment zone with a shapeshifter in it. Surely if Bruce told me to meet him, then the person I just talked to is the real Dr. Khan. Nevertheless, I used the gravity cube to jump across the containment block Heim holds, which had zombies in it. I had to crawl through some vents, though I found loads upon loads of shotgun shells, and a terminal talking about that very Boston furniture store. Also, something is very wrong with the Curie's stairwell. Not that Curie.
good lord!
How many of them are there? Never mind. The arc spear is just amazing. Going through the portal, I made sure not to activate those things quite yet, and opted to scout the area and turn on as many lights as possible while keeping an eye out for those actuators or whatever they are. While in the store, I found a sword and a kite shield. No, not a shield made out of a kite, an actual kite shield. I also tested the gravity cube's ability to...
floating gently down from the 3rd story of the megalift.
Liars! They said I could go down 3 flights of stairs safely with this thing. Finishing the fiasco with the buttons, I had to use an elevator to get to the 3rd floor, and that being said, the 3rd floor is actually completely safe and could be a potential base location, but there is a better spot with unlimited potential. The 3rd floor actually had a really interesting terminal. It seems to belong to this dimension's gate. In it, there's an email interchange about their gate employees coming across our gate employees with some interesting results. Getting out of Boston, the portal teleported me to some other place inside the inner containment zone. In order to progress, I'm going to need Laic Essence, and in order to get Laic Essence, I'm going to need at least an X-ray tower, at most a portable version of the X-ray tower. Getting home, I decided to put some soda into a distillation table, can and all. I got a fizzy distillation out of that, so now that I have 3 distillations, the alien one, the one made out of potatoes, and just now soda, I started cooking up something. Out of that, I got a concussive flask. I ain't gonna hype it up. I tested it on a pack rat, and it leaves much to be desired for. Testing out some more items, I distilled glue, hydrochloric acid, and ethanol. Unfortunately, they all made the same noxious sludge, which the game says is completely useless. Combining it with the fizz distillation and the plant distillation produced an explosion that unlocked some funny hair options and an unstable flask. Testing it out, it also left some things to be desired for. To be fair, I think these flasks do random effects and only sometimes explode. The Xeno scum here was being especially bothersome, so I made sure to insult its lineage after it died. Get over here, bitch! Dumbass. Nearby, there was a level 2 lock, and opening it led to a reserve of a couple of power cells, and a cacophonous chest. It can be opened with the respective key that can be obtained by trading with Marion. I then put powdered crystal to be distilled. That yielded a void distillation. Mixing it with the other aforementioned distillations yielded speed potions. Testing them out was very promising, so I made 6 more. All this brewing distracted me from the goal of getting the Laic essences, so I went on to get more anti-crystals. Overall, the process of making that X-ray tower took a while though. I won't be, of course, walking you through it, so the X-ray tower was made on day 22. I placed it over at the entrance of my base. This way when I'm doing housework, it should do its job. I also made myself a toilet so I don't have to walk 5 steps. I went on ahead and looked for more huge filing cabinets as I was running low on space. In total, I got 3 huge filing cabinets, and while getting home, Marion found me, but I left the porcelain heads in the moving box, so until the moving box finds me, those cacophonous boxes will remain locked. Looking through the recipe for the handheld version of the X-ray tower, I saw that all I needed was 2 jailbroken CPUs and 1 LAAC essence. I have the LAAC essence, it's currently in its containment unit. After killing the first robot, I drank the Kiz Cola I dropped, hoping I wouldn't poop myself. If I shit myself, I swear to God. Oh my... Should've knocked on wood. Killing the second robot, I drank another Kiz Cola, and this time it did absolutely nothing. With the CPUs in my possession, I got the LAAC essence from the containment unit and got home just before the night. Before I became a Fallout ghoul from that essence, I made the handheld version as soon as I could. I wanted another X-ray station just in case, so I went for another capacitor over at Labs. On the way to Labs, I became Death from Above to an XOR monk, just as Joseph Manton intended. At home I made a portable charger and a Tesla coil. The Tesla coil would defend me from attackers, but I didn't make it in time unfortunately before the food and capacitor delivery, so after the delivery I set up the Tesla coil and spooked myself because I wasn't wearing a glowing crystal trinket.
Ooh, what the fuck? Right, I forgot. Let me this.
Fortunately, the LAAC attacked me in the morning, so after blasting it with my rays, I got 2 LAAC essences, which isn't as painful as it was some time ago when you only got 1 essence from it. The moving box was nearby as well, so I took the porcelain heads from it and kept it around for the next time I see Marion. Waiting for the next LAAC attack, I looked around the containment cells. On the 3rd floor of the cells, I found an unactive portal. Mance's hololog said in short that I need to ask Ichor to activate it.
To anyone handling fluids of IS-121, the Tarask, be extremely careful. The I-Core has properties we've yet to fully assess, and can interfere, interrupt, or even instigate perforation events. I'm sure you're all aware of what happened to Dr. Stern last week. Luckily, we recovered him unharmed. Mostly. With thanks to the staff at Fourty facility, we have the Tarask hooked up in that insufferably hot shroom room. Please ensure you do not disturb the arrangement.
I went back to the inner containment zone and realized I forgot the gravity cube. Teleporting back home, I decided to take the 2 LAAC essences and a hazmat suit to go and place them in the proper places. Good thing I did, as I was immediately attacked by the LAAC again. Inserting the LAAC essence, I was met by a real bloodbath. The scientists here were lined up and executed by firing squad. I was still beyond the line of fire, so I had to be very careful sneaking around here. Careful. If you're wondering, oh brother, this game was infected by the yellow paint trope. Funnily enough, the yellow paint is its own anomaly. Allow me to read this here entry. IS-1057, also known as yellow paint, is an environmental phenomenon often appearing in places to attract attention and guide those who are lost or uncertain of their destination. IS-1057 is thus far believed to appear randomly, although there is a statistically significant quantity of reports by people who were, at the time of the sighting, lost or uncertain of their destination. Going up an elevator was another bloodbath of the bloodletter type. Corpses of the Order were littering the hall, likely from that space marine over there. The hall was being held by a grunt on a machine gun, so I had to run over to the other side office. But that side office was being covered by a sniper. I tried avoiding getting artery bleeding by using my shock shield to mitigate at least some of the sniper damage. The plan worked, and I took out the soldiers holding the point. The sniper also dropped the sniper rifle, but it can't be used with the biometric lock on it. Nearby was an order terminal, and that talks about what happened here in this choke point. The Space Marine apparently had some sort of Halo Spartan-esque armor, so it took a while to take him down. But with all that out of the way, I was finally at the security panel, and activating it. was music to my ears. Activating the system, the real Dr. Khan teleported behind me. He said in order to get rid of the goo on the door out of the labs, I need to get to the microfields, which, as we've seen already, needs Tarask Icar to be activated. The newly unlocked and now incredibly well-defended area had a bunch of Mantis holologs talking about the various IS classifications. That isn't exactly interesting. Behind this big door labeled with IS-855 lies something very special that will make the perfect base for the rest of the days. I can't access it for a while though, as it needs a level 5 keycard hacker. Day 24 was marked with a radiation leak over the entire facility, so I put on my hazmat suit and went on to Manufacturing West to cancel the event, as the radiation leak doesn't actually spawn anything new. Going into where Dr. Khan was contained, I went past the firing line without fear. In order to kill the Tarask, I'm going to need a lot of electricity. Nearby the area where the Tarask is was a terminal about where the guillotine was found. The guillotine that erases your memories. Attached to the email was a picture straight out of Monstrum. The hell is this nightmare photo? Teleporting home, I made 6 shock traps and invested some materials into a weapon called the Electro Thrower. Sounds intimidating. Going back, I planned a track for the Tarask to fall on the traps. Placing down the traps, sleeping and topping myself off, I was ready to fight the Tarask.
Hey, asshole. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. Spin that trap, spin that shit. Okay. Come over here. Spin those traps. Keep it away from those traps. Ah! Get with you, bitch. I have to cheat this and that shit. Okay. Oh no.
The Layak was trying to ruin me as per usual, so I shined its ass back to Kingdom Come.
Fuck off.
Deliverance.
Give me your money.
I really don't know what to hit. It's either his... Perfect. The fight dragged on to the night of day 25, and butchering its body netted me what was expected. The Icar. Picking back all my traps, I went onto the mushroom portal world and I blasted the alien right at the entrance of the inner containment zone. Inserting the Icar, I was officially in the microfields. I needed at least 10 antivirus gel for the thermite. I stuffed everything I could get my hands on into my pockets, because there is, without doubt in my mind, everything here will be useful. The microfield was, without a better term, an oven, with it being about 47 Celsius at all times, which is about 116 in freedom units. I soon realized I won't be able to get much around here without at least some bridges. Believe me, I tried.
Get over there.
Marion came by and I traded with him for a key. The key unlocked one of the cacophonous chests, which contain a fog lantern that gives me some buffs while I'm in the fog. It's not exactly useful if it's only usable in Flahill. The thermite required more carbons, so I had to do an entire escapade in order to unlock the doors to the silver to carbon machine.
Perfect. Give me all that.
Day 26 started with me frying the door open to the laser room, with a lot of fanfare. which I hadn't though because the room only unlocked the item called a laser reflector, which to me is absolutely useless. I made a carbon pickaxe, which is slightly better than the crowbar 2.0 in every way. I also found out that I could upgrade my armor into the Aegis set. I just needed a few more materials for that though, mainly rebar and steel wire, but that was quickly dealt with. I also found an email about IS-28. It's a library that's infinite that is based off of the Library of Babel, but it's no longer accessible, unfortunately, in the universe, at least. The snipers around here in the Order do not respawn, but if butchered, they can drop a special armor set. Despite this, it's unlikely you're going to get the full set from the facility itself, but way later on, there will be a remedy for that. And so day 26 was mostly spent looting for stuff, specifically to make upgrades. On day 27, I made 10 bridges to traverse the myco fields. And traverse the myco fields I did. I got enough anti-gel for another portion of thermite. Now, nothing really important happened in the myco fields. Didn't even reach the peak of them, but I could do that later on. Got it. Perfect. Here's some good dudes. Getting home, the thermite was made and the door was melted. I also met someone presumably on my side. The radiation past the vault door was immense. At the time I didn't have a hazmat suit with me, so all I could do was wade around the radioactive muck with my iodine. This radiation is a nice feeling on my balls.
Good morning. The cascaded defense is currently at alert level 5. Please all security preparations and executed immediately. Have a safe and secure day.
This is the security sector, Abiotic Factor's very own horror sequence. We just have to rethink that what happened to security didn't happen to us, yet. There I met the real Dr. Khan. He's set to get to the surface elevator in the middle of the sector. Opening the red lockers in this area yielded very heavy security arm plates and leg plates, but no security vest, no helmets. The rest can be obtained by opening the security crates littered around the entire facility. Oh, that's what happened to security. The terminal says something about a lot of valuable materials that are just simply laying around here in crates. The email also unlocked the recipe for the level 4 keycard hacker. Unfortunately... Guys, I fucked up severely. I had the last, 10 minutes of the recording on pause. I can't exactly show you what has already transpired, but I can draw it for you, so here, check this out. Basically, there was this keycard pad that needed hacking, but I couldn't hack it because there was a bunch of shadows layered all over it, as you can see on the demonstration right now. And I needed to destroy some sort of shadow onion in order to be able to use the keycard hacker again. Keycard pad, whatever. And whenever you hit it, it became orange and stuff. So of course I used my knife to destroy it, and that successfully unlocked the thing. As you can see on this very good demonstration I am drawing right now. But how did I even end up there in the first place? Well, for one, this Grim Reaper guy just appeared out of nowhere, and he chased me into the portal. And that's where I find myself right now. No worries, the Reaper attacked me once more, and I was trying to train my strength, so the increasingly faster Reaper was hot on my tail.
You need to hang up that computer call. Come over here and kiss me on my hot mouth. I'm feeling romantical. What part of Mandingo party do you not understand? It's time to pile on the white rabbit, you know, dirty to snow.
Fuck off, holy shit! Holy shit! I'm out! I'm out! When I got back, I tried calling the surface elevator down, but... Okay. The elevator fell, and now we're back at square zero. Meanwhile, the Reaper was once more patrolling the area. I ran to storage unit C, but... this lasers now. Cowering in a garage cell, when it was gone, once more, it dropped a shadow essence from touching a laser. The shadow essence unlocked the recipe for the laser pistol, which is something I would love to have someday. Taking apart one of the security armors yielded me Kevlar scrap, which will be very useful in the future. I started the hunt for snagvine roots in order to activate the portal in labs, as I got one from the Shadow Realm, and I needed 2 for the portal to start working once more. For the second route, I went into the old mine of Manufacturing West. It was completely infested with crystal guys, but not to worry. You boys got this.
What the fuck? Sweet moves, bro. Oh, you're dead to me. Over here. Exactly what I needed.
Amazingly, someone else other than Mance made a hololog about Kanan. Lenora Riggs talked about the similarities between Antiverse 168 and Earth, and yeah, that's about it for the log. Reading the terminal nearby, I was almost infected by a zombie.
Don't infect me, bitch.
There was also something about IS-60, but I screwed that and activated the portal to Kanan. Looking around, the first thing I see is a burnt corpse. The locals here are so friendly. So friendly. Just like this guy who I shot 5 times in the head with the blicky.
Shoot you in the head, asshole. I said don't feed.
Observing the local cretins around here, I saw that they hung one of the TR members, so that's, two dead. Breaking down the violent tree here yielded hexwood, which can be used to make better armor. The people here also love to feel the hunger. Getting skewered around here is not fun, but I
Killed all the women and children anyways.
Either way, there was some sort of fanatic creeping around this village, rallying the villagers to do some, I don't know, isolationism. The music around here also made me go slightly deranged, so I pulled an illegal migrant move by bypassing the wall protecting the village by swimming around. False friend. Walking around, I found an anvil and went uphill. There I showed Nikitas our real god, the God Emperor of mankind! Ow. Bitch shooting me? Are you kidding me? Get over here! Don't throw. What the? Get over here! It turns out Nikitas was a Necron in human skin. At some dock, I heard a gate guy fishing in disguise.
Hail a fine day to you. Ew. Holy smokes, you're gate. Can't let them see us talking too long. They'll blow my cover. We came to investigate this hellhole, but they caught on to us. And well, you saw what happened to Dr. Mitter and Dr. Jessup. Look, piece of advice, the cavalry's not coming. Keep your head down, or you'll end up a Christmas ornament on one of those goddamn trees. There's a chance Dr. Riggs is still alive, though. I heard them yammering about a witch lurking in the swamp. But everyone's a witch or a demon to these freaks, so who knows? I'd bet Lenora's doing just fine. Heck, maybe she even knows what happened to our portal gear. But reaching her through the mines and the swamp? Good luck. Now, if you don't mind, take care, will ya?
He told me that Lenora was in the swamp, but if I know anything about the swamps, mainly from Valheim, swamps are usually below sea level, and... Never mind. This swamp is in the mountains, apparently. Not only that, but this swamp is swarming with root monsters, and this time they aren't weak, so I got a real ass spanking here.
I'm running out of stamina! Oh boy! How interesting! Yikes. Oh my god, Bitch! Good pussies! Alright, I have to do these guys somehow, and I got a shotgun.
It didn't help that the entire time I was fending off these swamp monsters, Lenora Riggs was in my ear yelling at me to get away or get cursed. Yeah! That's really what I really needed while I was fighting for my life. And I probably failed the thing. Alright, shut up! I'm fucking up for it. Oh my god! Hello?
New arrival. Apologies, I thought you were one of the village idiots. Of course not one could have made it past those creatures, though several tried. Good to see a colleague again. We came here to study this place, to find out why it attracted our perforations so intensely. We certainly found the answer. The lodestone, they call it, but the locals disapproved of our curiosity toward their holy artifact. They slaughtered Dr. Jessup, burned Dr. Mitter, and took our portal gear. I can't even get a signal, so those Luddites have clearly damaged it. I was hardly going to give them their bauble back after that, was I? And anyway, that lodestone is our ticket home. Or what's inside it, rather. Take it and listen carefully. It's powerful perforation technology, and we can use its internal parts to repair our equipment, if you can find a way to smash it apart. The anvil down in the village could be useful. They treat it like a religious artifact, but we know the most significant science is done by breaking things. Then, we just need to track down our portal gear. Start with the maniac in the church. Whatever he's done to our equipment, the lodestone fragments should be more than adequate to fix it.
Right. Well, once I break this here thing, I'll be out of here with the one component I need for the level 4 keypad hacker.
Should I kill every single villager?
Yes.
Should I do it with impunity?
Yes.
Should I do it as painfully as possible?
Yes.
Ooh, back home we go!
Yeah. Getting home, I did the usual stuff, and it seems like I wasn't sane to begin with.
Further updates to follow. Further updates to follow. Further updates to follow.
Going to the security zone, I found Celine. She says she needs to get out of there. I offered to go to the office zone, but the office sector.
Have you seen my glasses anywhere?
Yeah, nah, she's dead. Yeah, she's dead, all right. Went into the storage space and security and started looting the chests around there for hacker components. I did get chased once, but I hid in a garage. Still, he stuck his head through the wall. I can see him in better detail.
Oh.
He also tried to corner me, but I dealt with it without panicking at all. The second floor had blue crates, which contained magnetic alloy needed for the keycard hacker. They were, of course, in a very precarious position and only had one per garage and per box. There was only one box in each garage, so as soon as I got the magnetic alloy I needed, I TP'd out of there. It was rated as per usual, but it was just a capacitor delivery. I also found out that I apparently had no more scrap metal, which was absolutely insane. I killed the robot for the scrap metal, but I also came to realize that so I ate an XOR heart in my fridge, in rage. I wanted the Jinx armor set, but I was limited by metal scrap, so I went on to labs to kill more containment robots. I rolled the dice on another kid's cola and myself as per usual. I also found bobbleheads of Janet and Abe where they once stood. Then I was limited by leather, so yada yada yada. Go to the train, get the briefcases, let's grab the briefcases, there you go, there's the leather. So I finally made myself a Jinx armor set that was better than my Aegis set in both weight and protection. So much for spending a whole day looting materials and in manufacturing just to upgrade it. With the new hacker, I found the body of Sidik, which opened a portal straight to Canaan. Thanks, game. I don't need Canaan anymore. The terminal right next to the body just explains that I just need stuff to open the Canaan portal, aka stuff that I already knew and already had. So anyways, I stuck my way back into the blocked keypad, so I had to use a Night Realm portal to break the Shadow Onion. I was teleported to a prison this time with strange things in it, and that's when I realized that the Night Realm has a similar layout to the security sectors. So I went on forwards in the right side up and went to the training area. The same thing as the previous section, only this time I had to do a parkour section. Thankfully, Abiotic Factor has Source-esque movement, so it was easy, somewhat. In the upside down, I found a burial of a pack rat, which was, I don't know, interesting. With the onion destroyed, I hacked the keypad, almost broke my legs, and went on forward to unlock another keypad. I really like the way the Night Realm looks in general, so here's me complaining about Roblox. Do a lot of building. If only Roblox didn't go down the shitter, I would have had a great time recreating this place. This time the path to the onion was a little convoluted. I even found a snag vine root seed. I found a corrupted terminal this time saying that the Reaper didn't appear until Gates started doing their portal testing. Apparently the Night Realm looks different to person, but that doesn't translate in-game. The second email was a little less comprehensive, but I got a recipe out of it. Here I found the Shadow Con. The Shadow Man can talk, and that only reinforces the idea the real Con is not really the real Con.
There's worse places than this, but if you're lucky, you'll never see them.
I opened the very last gate out of security and was met with Con. The real Con. In order to move on, I just needed to drain some water to get into the hydro plant. I also saw something very strange. 2 water surfaces. Another check-in terminal, and I was met with another security member. This time not raptured by a Reaper. He said there are many snipers around, and I would agree. I found the room with the survivors, not without having to deal with the guys trying to break in, but when I killed them all, the knocking on the door continued. You don't see this sort of stuff every day.
What the hell?
Hey, Newman and Isaiah, whoever this guy is.
I'm glad you're still alive. And look, this is going to sound ridiculous, but we need to get down to reactors. With the dark lens gone, it's the only working portal equipment in the facility. A way out. So what if we opened the spillway? All that water ends up in one place. Reactors. Nobody would expect us to risk our lives like that, which is exactly why we should do it. It could be our only chance.
If you're serious about opening the spillway flow control, I can tell you two things. Start with the power system over there. These quakes triggered a shutdown, but should reset easy enough. The next part's not gonna be so easy. You need to reboot the spillway computer, unlock the flow valves, and bring the central network transmitter back online somehow. It could be done, but how desperate are you?
I tried to heal Isaiah, but apparently he wasn't injured.
Are you sure about
Okay. I went on to the generator room. Centrifuge room? I don't know. But Mans had another hololog there.
Dr. Derek Mance reporting. Research Director, Gate Cascade Research Facility. Our neutrino detector is finally online. It's about time. The calibration is complete, and we're seeing the first faint suggestions of activity. Placing the detector in the depths of the hydroplant reservoir was a challenge, but the ideal location for such a device. It should keep the photon detectors safe, too. Noticed something else. The neutrino detector attracts perforation targets itself, possibly due to its shielding. At any rate, it's frustrating. Every time a portal appears in the reservoir tower, we have to recalibrate the entire apparatus.
Basically, he confirms there's going to be a portal there, and I'll need to get there in order to fully activate the spillway system. Breaking a few of these here things yielded coil windings, and I know the rules of survival games, so I'm definitely taking it with me. I also found cogs, motors, rotary pumps, hydropipes. The doors here, though, were all locked, so this place was a dead end, and I don't exactly know where else I could go without needing a level 5 hacker. I TP'd home, made some new blueprints of the Cascade armor set, a hot wire, a portal toilets, a super stove 4000, a lodestone crossbow. Basically, I just unlocked a whole lot of stuff when I got to the hydroplant. I need to get some more hexwood for the hexwood shield because I don't want to handle repairing my charge shield anymore, so I went back into Canaan to see what I could get. I went to the Synchrotron to unlock one of the Order's chests. There I found the second best trinket, that being the Sigil of the Hearth, and the chest itself. The chest itself is really good because it has 100% radiation shielding, and the Sigil makes you move faster when you're in combat, and makes enemies drop more ammo when they die. I ambushed the sniper holding the bridge at the hydroplant. He dropped a canteen, which is basically a normal water bottle, but I mean, I replaced my plastic water bottle anyways. You don't want microplastics, do ya? In order to move on, I'm going to need to swim to the bottom floor through the submarine port. There I found our favorite tube scientists.
Do you, Abe?
I don't think this
Oh, look who it is. Hello, Abe. This submarine isn't going anywhere.
We should go and take a look. Janet, I've never seen ISO 142
Abe, this isn't the time for tourism. Even if the submarine only option left, Abe, you have no idea how to drive it. I've heard the plant portal is totally, and neither does anyone else who's still alive down here. We just focus on getting out of here for the moment. Please, our best option is to wait and keep our eyes open.
Honestly, looking around at all of this, I'm
How many-
asking myself whether it's been worth it.
Abe, you've done incredible things. Don't talk that way. And I wish I'd known this was going to happen. Now I'll never get the chance to tell Fool what I think of him.
The way they bicker. There were a lot of lines of dialogue here. Anyways, the terminal nearby says something about a portal leading to, Switzerland, and some sort of noise beneath the dam. Who sent the emails to who is unknown. For some reason that was redacted. Personally, I think they're talking about the giant mechanical fish underwater. Mance confirms it.
We've had IS-023 contained in the aquarium for almost a decade now. We recovered it from Antiverse 42, so we should have guessed where this would lead. 023 shows no sign of stopping its growth. There were several specimens. Its remaining competitors. I have better things to do than repeat myself, but as directed by the executive, I remind staff, swimming alongside the beast is prohibited.
Nearby, find a hangar with a fog giant trapped in it, or a composer, or whatever it's called. I cannot remember for the life of me. I looked around the hangar and I found absolutely nothing other than a terminal that unlocked the recipe for the level 5 hacker. I also discovered that the fleshball Layak has hair, and it's braided. I also heard the order soldiers spawn right next to me, and I continued to look around, because I needed those photon receptors if I'm going to make a level 5 keycard hacker. Day 34 started with me teleporting back home, because I needed more food.
Oh, hey there. We need to help each other here, right? 'Cause it's rough out there. And we all have to eat, right? If you wanted to trade something, maybe we could totally do that.
How convenient. I traded a heater with Carson for her family cookbook that increases my cooking experience even further. I then started hearing really weird noises.
Okay, sure.
Alright, well that's a welcome sound compared to the shuffling I heard all those days ago. I decided to look into the area where the spillway computer is, and unsurprisingly, the area is completely infested with red glowing Exors this time. Despite all my armor upgrades, they can still really shred my health. Looking into another terminal, it said that we could find or make scuba gear to get into the valves in the reservoir. Luckily, Hoff was here, just sitting here, unlocked the recipe to do with the scuba suit. Mans also talked about something called the reservoir growth, which is some sort of mechanical plant, computer, I don't know. I had a somewhat close brush with death in this here room, but I still dealt with it well enough. I found the recipe for the void pack in this very room, although that requires some stuff that I won't have for quite a bit of time. For the scuba suit, I'm going to need 2 air compressors, although it did take a while to find 2 fire extinguishers, so I made the scuba suit the next day. I didn't waste any time and went straight for the reservoir valves. Almost got hit by the big alien fish, and I had to navigate my way into the valve area if I wanted to get what I wanted to get. Eventually, I got to where I needed to go and started harvesting the photon receptors. Mance's hololog talks about IS-134 and it being an important part of human history apparently. Climbing up the ladder, I met Quercy. It's a French person! Going into the portal nearby put me in the Alps and caused me to get hypothermia. I had 2 bars of cold resistance already, so I wasn't maximally affected by it though. I was, however, stopped by a few Mountaineer Order soldiers, and one of them dropped their backpack, which gave me an entire row of extra inventory slots, as well as giving me 1 more stack of cold resistance. So now I was fully insulated from the cold from a backpack. Those goons also dropped their guns, that being the FAMAS and a pump shotgun. Bad news, they both had biolocks on them. Good news, the goons here drop items from the security sector. The lightning spear here came in clutch against the rooks, as they have riot shields. Butchering the Mountaineers here also makes them drop one of their armor pieces. They too give cold resistance, and I got a full set from the guys I just killed in the first main lobby. The Mountaineer set is really good. I finished my very first playthrough of the game with it, as they all give 26 armor each. They also make you sound intimidating, but it's not like it matters in single player. The Rooks here also drop their combat knife, which is a welcome upgrade to the kitchen knife. The power of the lightning spear cannot be overstated. I picked up a neutrino mapper because I know it's going to be useful in the future. Unfortunately, I forgot to get the whole bunch at the portal entrance. I won't be fighting the Yeti here. I've got better stuff to do. I've got the transformer bushing and the toroidal power transformers to get for the hacker upgrade, but I didn't get it from the main lobby, so I got it from the portal entrance. So I did what I had to do and TP'd home to upgrade my pistol to the Z17 and upgraded my hacker. First thing done with the hacker upgrade was rebooting the spillway computer and opening some convenient doors on the way there, and some Exor slaying. With the computer rebooted, I went on over to the transmission tower. I went into the side tower to progress, and as it turns out, this entire place was flooded, and I needed a neutrino mapper to fix something. I decided to dive in because I didn't have the mapper on me, so I found pockets of reality that didn't obey the laws of physics. Moving around, I found this pocket of oxygen in the robotics facility, and I heard Kylie, the brain. Mance talked about something about a water bot being made out of one of the anomalies. So Kylie begged me to transfer it onto a hyperdense drive. Talking about some other stuff, it's creator Wakeman being almost done with the transfer. Unfortunately, it's going to take one of those CPUs from those Red Rocket robots. And since I want to make that void pack, I'm going to need 2 of them. Going back this time, I came back with a mapper, so we escaped. Actually, no. We're in Voices of the Void, and technically, we've escaped Cascade. But right as I arrived, a rolling blackout happened, which is a weather event that I mistook for another type of blackout. But here's me dealing with the problem. Moving back, I got to base to go check out Discount Dr. Kell. Hell, I might even do a Voices of the Void series later on. I've done this whole ordeal already, so I did what I was told to do and fix the substation, then went to fix satellite mic, then went back to HUD, went back to see what Sun researched, read the logs, went into the basement to get surprised by the below freezing level temperatures, TP'd back home and made a cloak scrambler, went to satellite F, uncloaked the aliens, broke my leg, got back to HUD, put a drive into the processor, fixed dish D, got attacked by Ravenholm's finest, watched HUD get probed, tried to help loot the place for all his stuff, took Big Man with me, actually spent money on a vending machine, got attacked by more of Ravenholm's finest, and TP'd home. I prepare the recipes for the laser equipment as I'm going to need them eventually, especially the laser emitter if I'm going to block the interference on the transmission tower. I then did the horrible task of trying to destroy 2 explosive robots. They attacked my chest and somehow broke my leg, which is cool. One down, one more to go. There you go, second robot down. Now what I need is 12 reservoir growths. And I found a Frenchman's dead body in the water too. Neat. Day 38. I made a void pack. The best thing about it is that it gives 6 more inventory slots and can be upgraded too. I needed more stuff for the stuff I need for the neutrino emitter, so back to the Alps to get more stuff. There I got a nice CQC helmet, which decreases the speed I get dirty by 50%. It did get pretty heated though.
Learn how to fucking shoot a gun, you fucking riot shield. What else you want me to do? Oh, riot shield! I'm a pussy that use riot shield! Oh, I'm a pussy. What do you want me to use? Faggot. Look at you, you're Sans Prestige! Sans Prestige, you fucking fag! Tell me what the fuck it is, huh? Tell me what the fuck it is, huh? Tell me what the fuck it is!
No worries. All is fine. For some reason this guy was here, shooting the ground. Anyways, I upgraded the pump shotgun and sniper rifle. They're both now usable without biometric arm wraps. I made the laser emitter and the neutrino emitter, so I could easily block the interference on the transmission tower without any problem. And that I did. I had a little trouble with the robots though, but it was done. Saw some pretty amusing stuff too. Didn't forget about Kylie though. I finally got to reactors and was, of course, met with the sister of Unlost, talking about some mystery stuff.
The moment arrives. The way is open. Proceed, but know you tread into the sight of fate. All that will be is decided.
While reading some emails, I spot an unmoving robot. I looked at it through my sniper scope, and one of Mesa's holologs talks about how the first portal tests were performed here. It also talks about how the spores from Antiverse 2 started growing around the portal rapidly, needing to close it because of that.
Welcome to Beautiful Power Services. Fellow Gate employee, I am K18. Dr. Wakeman entrusted me to care for the plants and vegetation in this sector. Some new office plants were unexpectedly added to my routine, but I have adapted to this change. I hope you are pleased. The plants are growing so well. In fact, one has blocked the entrance to the reactors, a fungal bloom. The growth covers the lower entrance and may require a neutralizing agent. I was not given access to such chemicals, but if you wish further access to the facility, perhaps you can procure some.
Is that soda?
Please enjoy the vegetation.
I see how the mushrooms here grew out of control. There's a particularly tough Exor here that had a spear, and dealing with it took quite a bit of buckshot. No worries, because that's it for today, folks. Happy to see you people back for episode 2, Lentilmen and JDs. I just wanted to upload every 14 days, but as you can see, that's not really working out. You see, I couldn't do that. No worries, it won't happen again. So until next time, I'll see you later.